Hello my dear children, welcome to my class. Today we are going to discuss an exciting topic in history, that is second chapter, Socialism in Europe and Russian Revolution. In the previous chapter we understood in detail about French Revolution. Before 18th century, the society was divided into estates and orders. First estate, second estate and third estate, and it was totally under the control of church and also autocratic or autocracy or the rule of monarch. After the French Revolution, the society was totally changed, and all the people, they transformed from subjects to the citoyen or the citizens of France. So the ideologies or the new ideas of French Revolution, that is equality, fraternity and liberty, it was discussed throughout the world, in Asia and even in our country. Personalities of example Rajaram Mohan Roy and Tipu Sultan was also so impressed by the significance of French Revolution. So these ideologies and ideas of French Revolution, it was discussed all over the Europe. So Duke Metternich once he remarked, he was an Austrian chancellor, when France sneezes, the rest of the Europe catches cold. So whatever good or bad happens in France, that is affected with the rest of Europe. So how? We shall understand in detail about it through the first topic, age of social change. So here people wanted to change the society even in Europe and the rest of the Europe. But here not all the people wanted change. Few were liberals, radicals and conservatives. So what are the importance of these categories? So liberals are the group of people in which they wanted nations which was tolerated throughout the nation. That is, they wanted religious tolerance throughout the country. So few they just favored Catholics, few favored Protestants and few favored the Britain church. It was not like that. They wanted nation, liberals wanted nation which tolerated all religions. That is, all religion must be treated equally. There should not be any discrimination between any religion. And they opposed absolute power of monarch. So all the power should not be rest with the hands of the king or a queen, and only the absolute power must not rest with the monarchical rule. They opposed this monarchical rule. They wanted to safeguard individual rights. So natural rights, the individual rights or human rights must be safeguarded or protected. They wanted a well-trained independent judiciary. So this is one of the important demand of liberals, because if the judiciary is not independent, they may act as a puppet under the hands of king, that is monarchs. So these liberals, they wanted and they favored well-trained independent judiciary in order to provide equal laws, equal justice to every citizen of the country. But they were not democrats. These liberals are not democrats, means they wanted to give right to vote only to men, but women were not provided any right to vote. Suffrage movement was not provided to women. So liberals, they wanted nations which tolerated all religions. They opposed absolute monarchical rule. They wanted to safeguard individual rights, and they favored well-trained independent judiciary, but they were not democrats. So now we shall look on to the radicals. They wanted suffrage rights. They wanted so many women. They participated actively in the processions, and they even organized strikes. They wanted to have the right to vote. So suffrage rights, they demanded suffrage rights, and they opposed privileges on the landlords or the wealthy landowners. They don't want all the privileges must be given for wealthiest people. And even though they were opposed these privileges based on wealthier land or landowners, they were not against to the existence of private property, because most of the radicals also owned certain property by their own. Now conservatives. These conservatives, they opposed both liberals and also radicals. And they also oppose the ideas of change. They just accepted whatever happened for good. They don't want to they don't want to fight for the change to happen in the country till 19th century. So after 19th century, they realized that yes, there is a need for us to have the change in the society in order to have the better status of living or to increase their standard of living. And they believed that the past had to be respected. Even though conservatives wanted change in slow process, they also respected whatever happened in the past. So this is about the society which started in the age of social change, and based on the industrial revolution there was change in industrial sector also. What was it? This industrial revolution, it brought all men, women and children together, and there was urbanization. People moved from villages, countryside to towns and cities in search of jobs, and even in turn that led several new problems and even unemployment, because the more number of people, they just jump packed in cities and towns where they could not get job opportunities. That led to unemployment problem and housing, sanitation, and even so many people, they just led their life in the dormitories and even on the drainages and on the roads. So these are all the new problems which are suffered due to the industrial revolution under the industrial society. So in the next class we are going to understand about the next topic. Thank you.